Your identity is going to shift after you leave that job. And I really didn't realize how much of my identity that I had lost from my workplace when I had parted ways with my corporate job of 13 years. And when that chapter ended, it was very quiet because I didn't know what to prepare for. I didn't know what to expect because when you part ways with a job, you lose rhythm, your routine, you lose validation, and you even lose that version of you who knew exactly what to expect, right? You knew what time you had to log in, or what time you may have been going to lunch, or maybe it was a weekly meeting that you knew you had to be in attendance for. All of those things change. And so, what I've learned is that the identity part is not scary, but it's that in between, right? Because you don't know if you are still the same person or who you need to be for this next chapter. It's really that in between and unknown part that is super scary. And trust me, I literally experienced this year, okay? And you really don't know who you're becoming yet, and you feel free from the confinement of the workplace, but also you feel lost because you don't know exactly where you're going. And that's normal. A lot of people, they want to rush because they know it's uncomfortable. They don't want to grow through the phase, or they're like, hey, I got to get this stuff done. And that is true. Things do need to get done, but you still have to grow through it. You can't bypass the process. And I just want to let you know that if you're in the in between space, I just want you to know to one, give yourself grace, but also make sure that you are not forcing to become someone different. And I know it's very easier said than done, but let it unfold. Trust the process. And honestly, if you can, if you're in the mental space, enjoy the journey. And I want to make sure that you're showing up for yourself today the way that you used to show up for that job that you had. And I'm going to give you 2 action items of things that will be exceptionally helpful for helping you in this in-between stage. So the first thing I want you to do, if you are not a person who journals, this is a really good time to document your journey. Even if you have to use your notes app, whatever it is, I need you to mind dump and do this thing. So you want to do like a who I am now kind of phase where you want to write down 3 things in your journal that was a part of your identity, that was who you were at that job, okay? It could have been like, hey, I'm an urgent responder. I'm a fixer. Whatever it is, just name 3 parts of your identity that you had at that job. And then what I want you to do is I want you to do a little bit of future thinking as well and write out some things that you want to continue carrying throughout your profession of what you want to keep. Because again, you're going to shed a lot of layers as you're becoming this new person, you're evolving. So there are some things you want to keep, but there's also some things you want to let go of. So just think about that. Now, the second thing is when it comes to routine, we talked about, you knowing what meeting was coming up or what time you had to log in. I want you to think of one thing, one routine that you had, and I want you to replace it with something that helps ground you or center you. And I mean, like, instead of that 15-minute touch base that you maybe had on a Wednesday, maybe instead of that touch base that you don't have anymore, maybe you should use that 15 minutes to have a walk. Or maybe it's time to journal. Or maybe it's time to listen to some feel-good music and dance, right? All by yourself, whatever you need to do. But utilize it so that you're still filling your cup. Now, if this message resonated with you, with where you are, just go ahead, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what else is on your mind and share it with somebody else who may also be in a transition. But nevertheless, just know that we're going to get through this together, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.